What happens when power is abused behind prison walls? In the world of maximum security prisons, where every decision could mean life or death, trust is a rare commodity. McAllister Correctional Facility in Texas is no different. It's a brutal fortress where secrets run deep and betrayal lurks in the shadows. Officer Randall Tate, who strutted through halls like he owned the place, became the embodiment of corruption. His actions would shatter the lives of many inmates trapped in his web of manipulation. Behind those concrete walls, a terrifying tale of power, betrayal, and revenge unfolds, leading to a chilling conclusion that even the most hardened criminals can't ignore. Are you ready to dive into this dark story that sent shockwaves through an entire prison system? Let's unpack the layers of deception and explore the lengths one man's greed can push desperate souls. Officer Randall Tate was more than just a guard, he was the ruler of his own fiefdom. Wandering the halls of McAllister Correctional Facility, he wielded authority over some of Texas' most dangerous criminals. He appeared strict, but fair, never one to back down from a confrontation. Yet, beneath that facade was a darker side of man, who played favorites and made promises he intended to break. For months, he showered certain inmates with luxuries that others could only dream of: extra food, the forbidden pleasure of cigarettes, and even the occasional blind eye turned to infractions. One particular inmate, Darnell Briggs, caught his eye. Darnell was trying to survive the system, keeping his head down, but Tate's attention would soon change everything. At first, Darnell welcomed Tate's favors, an extra scoop of food here, a rare compliment there. It seemed Tate was a guard out for their best interest. But soon, the darkness of Tate's intentions became painfully clear. Those favors weren't acts of kindness, they were bait, designed to ensnare the most vulnerable. With each act, he tightened his grip, manipulating Darnell into a dangerous game he could hardly comprehend. As Darnell fell deeper into Tate's trap, whispers began to circle within the prison. Inmates exchanged glances filled with fury and fear, aware that something was radically wrong. Rumors transformed into accusations, growing anger, spilled over. The fragile trust among them was shattered as they realized Tate had crossed a line none of them could ignore. Darnell's world darkened further when, after a sudden collapse in the yard, he received news that changed everything. He was HIV positive. With the diagnosis came the ugly truth. He wasn't the only one. Inmates like Luis, Silas, and Jamal discovered they shared a common link: Officer Randall Tate. The revelation felt like a death sentence, and while the system remained silent, a fire ignited within them. They were no longer just victims. They became harbingers of vengeance, ready to address the injustice served on a silver platter. Darnell, Silas, and Jamal huddled in a corner of the yard, the reality of their situation weighing on them like the grim Texas sun. "We can't let this slide," Silas muttered, his voice low but fierce. Darnell didn't skip a beat. They needed justice, and it would not be delivered through official channels. They hatched a plan to confront Tate, targeting the predictable routine he maintained each week. The thrill and fear of the unknown gripped their hearts, but they were united in purpose, steeled by the anger that bubbled within them. The night arrived, cloaked in eeriness. As Tate entered the storage room for his usual break, he was unaware of the fate awaiting him. The door slammed shut, trapping him inside with Darnell, Jamal, and Silas. Fear finally gripped his heart as they demanded he own up to his crimes. The room erupted in righteous fury. Blows fell like thunder, and Tate's facade shattered like glass. When it was all over, the lifeless body of Officer Tate lay sprawled against the wall, a haunting message scrawled in his own blood: justice served. The air buzzed after that fateful night, echoing the question, what's the real cost of power behind bars? McAllister Correctional Facility became a place of reckoning, a brutal reminder that even in a broken system, justice can be a double-edged sword. As the dust settled, Darnell and the others realized they took back something far more precious than revenge. They reclaimed their dignity in a world that sought to strip it away. What would you do in a situation where the law fails to protect you? If you found this story intriguing, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more gripping tales.